That absolutely is what's happening. Na'Vi going back for their default standard picks, basically. Doom mid, they've been doing consistently. PA got banned first phase last game. It is a V-Tune special. They win on it a lot. And then the other heroes are also, like, everything is really standard here. Warlock, Grimstroke. The weirdest hero they drafted is Underlord offlane, which is still being picked by a lot of teams. So, yeah, definitely more on the unique side for stuff that's a bit more interesting. The Wind Ranger mid is certainly a hero that needs to snowball to be really effective. You need to buy time to get your BKB at a good timing, and then after that, you need to continue to scale. And your big threat is that you get solo pickoffs, that you are getting killing heroes at the start of the fight, basically. Kind of like Tiny a little bit, but a little bit slower. It's not like that instant burst. It's more like shackle a guy, focus fire him down.
The thing that I'm most concerned about is the fact that Iceberg is just going to get free farm. And I feel like whenever you have a mid matchup where one hero is going to be able to just get free farm, things quickly spiral out of control. And this is something that Unique cannot allow Na'Vi to have because they have to be ahead the entire time. How do they offset this?
Well, I would agree with you if Doom was like a standard mid hero that's mobile and can easily get ganks off and set things up. Like Tiny getting a fast blink dagger and then controlling the map is really impressive, right? But Doom is a little slower in the sense that like he gets a lot of net worth, but it's not like he can constantly move around the map slaying people. Doom is a long cooldown. And the other abilities you grab are effective too, and yeah, you can go around right clicking and Scorched Earth running at people, but it's not quite the same. So yeah, he'll get great net worth, but it all comes down to like how many effective kills he can get against Wind Ranger in lane. He's going to want to Doom FN like almost every team fight, most likely. Dispel Wind Run, make sure she can't cast spells. It'll be a good counter there. But his net worth might not be the biggest deal. Depends what he does with it.
The other thing I'm a little concerned about with Unique's draft is you have the Snapfire, right? And a lot of the reason why you pick up the Snapfire is because of that little Shredder. I can see already you have the Blightstone picked up because it's just so nice to bully in lane. Oh, actually going for the cookie first. Okay, interesting.
Maybe worried about keeping his allies alive. He can secure range creep with it as well, is the other thing. So could be the reason that he's opting for that.
But I was going to say, you know, one of the other really nice appeals of having Snapfire is the magic nuke damage that you can do with the Mortimer's Kisses. But they haven't drafted anything to really make it super effective. Like, you know, I almost would have liked to have seen something like an Underlord perhaps on the side of, you know, Unique, something to hold them in place.
I would agree if they didn't have both Sand King, who's a great initiator, and also Wind Ranger for shackle setups potentially. That's the scariest thing about the Unique lineup, frankly, is that their initiation is pretty simple. Whether it's Wraith King into another stun or Burrow Strike into a follow-up stun as well. So they've got options to start things, and then if Snapfire's sit in the back line, start throwing the ulti. As soon as like there's a blink Burrow Strike, you launch the kisses, and you ideally get a kill. So they have some ways, but it's reliant on either FN on the Wind Ranger landing initiations with Shackle Shot, or Ghost Stick having a good blink timing. One of those two is the important thing.
Fair enough. The cookie hop forward here onto Ramses, plus a little Shredder. Look at that amount of damage that you can dish out here in lane. That is going to force out the salve here on Ramses.
He's got to deal with Skellies first, which is the worst because they just aggro you after
yeah, they
the
just
stun,
chase you down.
Just delays this whole thing. All right, now he can press it as long as they aggro. Yeah, he'll be fine now.
Nothing feels worse than when you're like, oh, thank God. All right, gonna heal up, and then one of them just pops out of the ground. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot about that.
That is always a bad time, especially in these high level games. Bottle coming for FN now. He should be able to grab a water rune. Iceberg also going for a bottle. Just offset some of that harass there, but Ranger losing a lot of mana using power shot spam. Iceberg seems completely unfazed, but hey, that's one way to offset the fact that Doom has huge base damage.
I mean, this is the Iceberg special, right? You know, we talked about the Mirana in the first game just because we were a little surprised the first time it came around, but this is one of his favorite heroes in that mid lane recently. I'm sure he's very familiar with how to deal with all this.
It just does good stuff. Like you're pretty. It's really safe to pick early. Basically, leaves their draft really protected. Gives them more counter picks basically because he knows that no matter what, he's gonna have an okay time.
V-Tune's taking a lot of harass here, thanks to Bignum and of course that Satyr Tormentor.
Power of Enchantress.
We don't see her as often in like a lot of the other regions. Like specifically, I don't think we've seen a lot of her in the Western region recently. Like occasionally you see certain players are very, very good with it, right? But
yeah, No Tail did play her recently. It was like one of the first times I'd seen Enchantress actually lose the lane. Slaying against the Nature's Prophet of Enigma the other day, but yeah, it is still played sometimes.
Ooh,
for sure.
Ramses. All right, they do have the Ink Swell on him this time, so he's going to be able to trudge away, and he's gonna need another salve here from Roger, but
So worth it though.
consumables are very expensive nowadays.
Yeah, and Roger had to spend like 200 mana to keep Ramses alive there. He had to use a nuke to slow them down and Inkswell just to run away with Ramses. So if they just keep going aggressive like this, it's great for their chances of winning the lane here.
Still, though, about 4 minutes in, no first blood just yet. Although we've seen a couple attempts here in the bottom lane as they tried to make the play onto Ramses. Otherwise, pretty quiet.
On the other side of the map, Navi did a great job blocking the large camp, making sure that Enchantress has to run farther to go grab any creeps here. He's gonna go to the deeper part of the map though instead. There was a Satyr on the other side, but hey, grabbing this will be great. Oh, they finally got him.
Finally got him, but
Roger?
they do manage to get themselves.
Oh, yes. All right, buy Dragonlance, Roger. That, you know what to do, baby. Don't you dare spend this gold a normal way.
A great turnaround here for the side of Navi, not only being able to take down the Snapfire, but also taking down Palantimos. And all they had to do was lose Ramses. That's Wild Wing spam, though.
That's pretty annoying. My assumption is what happened is they went for the kill, they used Firestorm, and they got the level 2 Inkswell to blow up and do a lot of damage. That's why they were both so low afterwards. They also don't have sticks on either Slayer or Palantimos, so a little bit harder to counterplay in that circumstance, whereas they have sticks on the Navi side, so...
Uh-oh. Always want to fly? Get poked away. They've got Impetus here. They've got that Wild Ring as well. They'll follow up with the Burrow Strike, and they need a little bit more damage, but down will go the Warlock.
Yeah, it really helps when you're playing Sand King with a really strong lane support, because Sand King's a little bit weak himself in terms of fighting to the death. So off to a great start on Ghostic's side. And against a melee hero, he's got some easy harass options too. Went for Soul Ring actually on Sand King. Don't see this very often, but hey, it's a great item on strength heroes. It's like a bracer plus armor, which is perfect against PA. So we'll see what he does itemization, but I assume we'll just see a blink after this.
I think he kind of has to, right? Because you've got, your Wind Ranger can run in, obviously, but you need that follow-up. I think it's too scary for that to be your primary source of initiation, especially earlier on.
The rune fight here, Bignum moving in against Iceberg. Use Focus Fire. Oh,
yeah, they get the stop off too here, thanks to Bignum. Look at the Doom off over here on the Wind Ranger, but Iceberg might actually fall here if he's not careful. All right, he's up onto the high ground now. Looks like he's going to be surviving.
Was not bad at all. Forcing out Doom like that is a great usage of your time. He's got 2 bottle charges as well, so he'll be absolutely okay here. Now he doesn't have to worry about that anymore. And Focus Fire is going to come off cooldown much earlier than this. He's almost got the Javelin too, so Iceberg might be a little limited in lane. Oh, that feels so bad when you get hit by these envenomed weapons while you're bottling and low. You lose, what, 30% of your heal? 35% of your heal. That's bottle, that's salve. It's a big deal. All camp is the worst.
Cookie hop backwards here. Just gonna make sure Palantimos doesn't get stuck in that pit of malice. And V2, no, despite all the plinking away that they've done here on the top lane, still sitting at pretty decent net worth.
Bad so far. Yeah, actually Iceberg's still doing really good in farm though. His net worth is huge. Sitting about 700 gold ahead of what Wind Ranger is, but he's just maxed out Devour first. He knows he's not going to be able to kill her outside of using Doom, so why bother maxing out Scorched Earth here?
It's about what you'd expect from a Doom in any case. TP's coming to the bottom though. It's like FN wants to try to make something happen. The Cookie over on the side here.
Oh,
they get a beautiful shackle. So Ramses gets taken out, and Roger is forced back. So a nice rotation here from FN will net him a kill.
A different skill build from Roger. So this is his Dragonlance. It's maxing out Stroke of Fate. Gives him the ability to basically push lanes. And most Grimstrokes these days aren't maxing it early because their goal is basically to Inkswell follow up. Ghostic might be in trouble here.
I think they're more concerned about hitting creeps than actually hitting Ghostic. I think they just want to push him out.
Yeah, with all these stroke levels. So he grabs the D.
Slayer starts clicking away over here on Roger. FN is nearby. They can easily get this kill if they decide to go for it. Power shot not connecting, though. So Roger will be allowed to survive here in this middle lane. And he also manages to nab that double damage rune, so he's got to be very happy.
Supports are going to move a lot more now, and this should be fine. Never mind, Snapfire comes bottom again. They want to keep threatening kill on Ramses here, and he's definitely still very killable. He actually does not have boots yet. He's got good regen, good mana regen as well with the soul ring, or mana usage, I suppose. But
hello, Iceberg.
He comes up, he could get killed. He's got to be careful here. See if he shows. If he does, Snapfire will pop out. In the meantime, Iceberg roam towards the top lane. Sand King had backed up. That gets spotted on the wards, so they're not going to waste time there. They might get a big dumb kill, but just doesn't feel that good either.
Yeah. Job's completed now for Iceberg. Like you said, they just don't feel like they need to hard commit on the Enchantress. Too busy just farming up for the time being.
It's just not worth it. The chances of killing him are low anyways. You have to doom him just to get damage out. It doesn't feel good.
No, not a high priority doom target. I think they were hoping that they could get Ghost Stick in the top lane. Try to slow him down a little bit. So he is working towards the blink.
Is he close? Let's see. He's getting there. About 800 more gold to go. Bought Tranquils just to stabilize his lane a little bit. Don't always see that, but it's fine. Just a little bit altered build. Ramses steps up though. Bottom.
Cookie hop forward. Just gonna remove some of that armor here, and he's gonna be allowed to survive. In the top lane, though, we do have some big action going on. They'll stun Ghost Stick over here on the side. They do manage to go and get the Doom off on the back lines. Roger will fall. As now Ghost Stick is just trying to get away. V2 has to be careful though. These little creeps are just chasing him after. FN will fall. He'll get the kill on Ghost Stick, and they'll clean up on Always Wanna Fly. They should be able to finish off Bignum here. Couple more hits, and down he goes.
What a monster rotation there. I mean, Doom gets the Doom off on the perfect target. There was no spells used by FN, I believe. Focus Fire certainly was not. And then he's able to get all these kills before even Warlock dies. Like, lots of experience going to them. That puts Warlock, like, with the Tome. He's going to be close to, like, level 7. Just perfect timing for him to be in the top lane.
I thought for a second V2 was going to fall to the Enchantress creeps. Did you see them chasing after him the entire time?
I did not, no.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he had to jump around and do some blinking action to get away.
Iceberg's like a firm, 2,000 some gold ahead of everybody else in the game right now, so that rotation was so massive here. FN would love to get a kill. It's just really hard. Between like Drum Charge and Phase, Doom could just zip out of like almost any danger. He's got like, what, 30% movement speed bonus or something? That's like 100 movement speed what he's walking just normally. So like as long as he doesn't get like chain disabled, he doesn't have to worry too much about pressure.
He is a speed demon. Top lane though, pressure being placed on the tier 1. Valentimo's rotating here with the boys, and they'll remove that tower from the map. At the bottom lane though, Ramsey's trying to do exactly the same thing, a little bit slower than a Wraith King and a Snapfire, but eventually we'll get the job done, especially because he's got that Cardi there to help him out.
Yep. And the nice thing is that PA's been hitting creeps, no threat to dying. He'll get Battle Fury at a reasonable time. He's actually went Battle Fury without boot. I'm sorry, he does have treads, excuse me. But should have Battle Fury soon. And we'll see if the pressure can offset this. No Doom for 30 seconds. There's a small window here. Unique can pressure potentially, but still a ways from Radiance.
They use the scan too over on the side. They know that they're trying to make a move. So you'll see that Ramses will very subtly enter into the middle lane. But the follow-up here, Mortimer's Kiss is coming out, and that's exactly what we were looking for. Ramses will go down. They drop the Chaotic Offering on the back lines. As it looks like the rest of the team, they just scatter.
Tries to slow it down with his Vanguard, but that's not going to help against all that magic damage.
Not against the Snapfire.
Gets cleaned up.
All right, tower goes down, and Unique is making all the right moves right now. Putting pressure on the map, and it's a bit of a reverse from last time. They're pressuring, trying to make that map more claustrophobic for the side of Na'Vi. Look at the stack, oof. Gotta make sure you don't give these up, guys.
These do look pretty insane, actually. It's one of the biggest weaknesses, actually, of going Battle Fury. It's that, like, it takes a while to finish the item, and then you can take stacks. So these heroes that can just do stacks by themselves, like we saw last game with the Axe, it just feels so much safer. Because if your opponents invade you and clean you out, it's a lot of wasted time for your supports.
I mean, Ramses can do those with some help from the Grimstroke, too. They're gonna make a jump on Bignum here?
The large camp, yeah. Not the Ancients.
No. Down forward. And they should be able... No, again, Bignum, he's just so difficult to take, yeah. Iceberg does get spotted by Ghost Stick, and of course... Oh, yeah, he turns around, they get the Doom off, they get the double silence as well with the Soulbind, but they're just going to try to clip it down as fast as possible.
I think he's okay. It's going to be close.
I think he's all right. Very, very close, like you said.
Wind Ranger moved down there with his Invis Rune. He spotted Doom out. Doom started running away, but he was able to land the Shackle. Then Sand King Burrow followed up. They got that kill. Definitely a big
that
pick off.
power shot.
Got the last hit as well. It was FN. Okay, so he gets 300 gold out of that. Halfway to Blink Dagger now. Very big pick off, taking out that high net with hero.
But the Battle Fury is online for Vtoon, and the stack belongs to him. So should feel very, very happy about that. Roger's still nearby, wants to sap a little bit as well. And you can see Vtoon's very, very thankful, even going to tip Roger once he notices these big juicy stacks waiting for him.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of net worth. That'll help him out a lot. Lightstone is going to go for a BKB afterwards. Ghost Stick playing aggressive on the map right now with Blink Dagger. His Epicenter is ready to go in case they find a grab here, but for now, Ramsey's playing safe. It's going to buy some time for Palantimos. He's got his Relic coming right now, so the Radiance is going to be a little slow for sure from his side, but instead they're going to go for Roche with the DD. Okay.
Got that negative armor thanks to the Snapfire, of course, and with the double damage, FN should be able to chip down one rush on very, very quickly here. Getting close to that fast, Radiance actually, too, for Palantimos.
Not bad at all. I really liked how Slayer in that last fight, where they picked off the Doom, he used Lil Shredder to instantly clear out the Phantom's Embraces. That was really nice. Save some damage from his allies and remove the silence faster. That was a really cool usage for Lil Shredder. It's just so multi-purpose.
All right, this time they'll be able to hunt down Bignum, and they'll get themselves
Nobody cares. Just an Enchantress. I mean, considering they just got Roche out of that, absolutely worth the death. So, and now Aegis on Wind Ranger also makes Doom feel way less effective, right? Because now if he wants to Doom Wind Ranger, it's like, okay, Wind Ranger's going to come back. The best thing about it, at least, is that you could Doom him and ignore him, because then he's not impacting for 16 seconds. But Unique has a good moment. They are still behind in net worth, but they have definite kill potential. So if they can catch Na'Vi out of place, this would be really good for him.
Ramsey's going to throw out that Firestorm, put a little bit of harass on FN, but can't do really much aside from that for this time being. Try to clear up the wards here, over on FN. And Na'Vi will just back off towards the triangle.
Doing a good job being aggressive. FN gets to push out mid lane pretty safely. If he didn't have Aegis, he would be worried about dying here. Nothing just yet. BKB coming for Doom. So they could force a fight now if they're interested. Oh, there it is, Roger, baby. Buy that Ags. Hell yeah. Who needs Glimmer Cape? You want to be powerful. I get it.
Give me the Dark Portrait.
If Na'Vi doesn't do so well this season, I could definitely see Roger be like, it's time, guys. I'm the carry now. Switch his role, something like that. It's possible.
He's still... I remember casting, you know, Eastern European Dota, like when I first started my career. And he was playing Spirit Breaker. And he knew he was going to die. He was chasing after this Ion. The Ion's like way behind the tower, but he just would not stop. He just goes right down mid lane, hitting the taunt button the entire time, making the donkey noises, and he just full committed for it. Didn't even get the kill on Ion, but I was like, that is a man who knows exactly what he wants, and I have respect for that. I thought it was really funny. I don't think his team did, though.
Yeah, probably not. Ooh, Epicenter
Oh,
couple.
yeah, they'll jump over here onto the PA, but Vtoon having Ramses nearby will just immediately blank out. Do they go back in is the question, as Bignum does get spotted here by Iceberg. Look, he's so slow to try to hit her, though. That untouchable. 1 point and untouchable, man.
I mean, he didn't even interrupt the TP. That felt weird. I mean, you're not going to kill the PA. You can see his HP level. You can do the math. He's got the health talent. I don't know, a little weird. No Epicenter now, but... Gonna make it harder to kill the other cores, but it just seems clear that Navi's not gonna really fully commit here.
And there it is. There's that Radiance completed now for Palantimos. They're gonna be looking to take over more of the map here as they walk right into Roger. Fire Blast, he's got the Ink Spell on. A follow-up though from Ghost Stick. It'll stun for a little bit, but he's still going to fall. And there's some creeps over here that are ripe for the take. They don't see him though. They don't have the vision.
See if they check him right after this
Yeah,
camp.
they drop a ward.
We'll see the Ancients.
Slayer's like, ho ho. Don't mind if I Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Really good movement speed for Wraith King. Raw HP is going to be a little bit lacking here, so he's definitely very burstable, especially against a hero like PA, who has pretty overwhelming damage, but... and Grove Bow as well. Pretty good. That's so good on Wind Ranger, actually. Extra attack range, it's going to amplify all the magic damage you do by 15%, which is basically where all of his damage comes from. Maelstrom as well as Power Shot. It's a perfect neutral item so far. And he's going to get better separation between who he's attacking and wherever Doom might be, so that could make the difference in these initiations. So things looking okay for Unique. until the Ags on Grimstroke comes out, 1,800 gold away from it, and then he's going to make a Dark Portrait of Wraith King, and he's going to get his free Radiance. But the downside is that it's going to be an illusion, and it won't be as good as a regular Radiance. So is it good? No.
It's better than
still
no
bad.
Radiance illusion.
Yes, but you're trading a mediocre Radiance illusion for 4,200 gold, which is a little bit weird.
Yeah, there's definitely better items I think that he could probably have picked up. I don't know.
Glimmer, probably. I mean, there's a lot of magic bursts on the enemy team. Surely Glimmer is good.
I feel like Glimmer is usually never a bad thing.
Typically not.
Unique though, again, making these nice moves, kind of pushing them out of their own jungle on the side of Na'Vi. But you can also see Na'Vi, they're trying to just do some mirroring, right? They put down their own wards. They're trying to find whatever space that they can get as Iceberg and Always Wanna Fly are just paired up together, holding each other's hands as they jungle.
One negative about Roger buying defensive items is that it is going to help in like later game scenarios to have these powerful impact items. And he is a 4-position hero, so it does make some sense. I definitely agree that his items last game were basically garbage and not probably worth buying because he could have died less or saved an ally a bit more. But, you know, as the game continues, Dark Portrait could be good. Good grab on Wind
Jump
Ranger.
forward here. The BKB does get popped though on FN. Doesn't want to get locked into place here.
That was way too scary.
TPs are coming out though. They're gonna fight this. Palantimos joining in the fight. Does have that Radiance completed and the armlet. He's gonna run right into Ramses' Iceberg. He's the speed demon here on the back line. He's gonna just turn around the corner, walks right into Palantimos. He's gonna get off a little bit of that damage. The Atos, the follow-up here from Ghost Stick though. They've got the stun. He's got his BKB, so the Snapfire Kisses are not gonna matter as much, as he is just so far away from the rest of his team. He's trying to just burst down that reincarnation over here. As the rest of Na'Vi on the back foot, trying to run away. They don't want to fight this now. Well, though, dagger tossed out. Oh, they consider it. Cookie hop forward again. Palantimos though didn't go down during all of that.
Did not. He was able to armlet toggle through the Infernal Blade. A little scary. They're going to re-engage though. BKB's up in 20 seconds for Wind Ranger if they can get a good grab. Get a pick off, that kind of thing. That's how they win their fights.
That is
and this is it.
All right, Ramsey starts the engine and the Uber. Doesn't want to be here any longer, but unfortunately Always Want to Fly not going to be able to quite make that cab. The rest of Na'Vi running away.
Okay, so now it's okay. That was a little hairy, for sure. Walking up that cliff earlier where they got Fatal Bonds would have been a huge mistake, but with their cooldowns up, the most important thing is that FN gets BKB off before he gets doomed. Mm-hmm. That way he does not take magic damage for at least part of the duration. Obviously Doom does damage through that, but V2 in the back though, he's looking for a pick off. He wants to start the fight.
Be careful. All right, he is gonna jump over onto Bignum again, but they've had such difficulty taking down this Enchantress each time. A little surprised in their choice of target.
What?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
That was very weird. Like, I get that he's there to look for a kill or something, but a little bizarre. And that's your BKB charge. Now they have to play defensive for another like 70 seconds. Bizarre, definitely weird. And they still had a dead hero too, so it's like, why use that as your moment? Maybe he thought he was gonna get a kill, but Bignum's tanky. He's got a Dragon Lance. It makes sense on Enchantress, guys. Don't worry. Increases his impetus damage. Definitely better than the Winter Wyvern. A Dragon Lance, but
that's all right on a core Winter Wyvern, but on the Roger Winter Wyvern in that game, it seemed a little.
It's not very good on core Winter Wyvern either. It's pretty bad.
I said it was okay, Purge. I'm trying to be nice.
Okay is too strong as well. I promise.
Purge just wants me to say it's Garbo.
It's pretty Garbo, yeah. Unless if extra attack range increases your damage or your agility or strength here, then it's okay. All right, they're gonna go in.
Iceberg, he's got the blink here. No, they're just gonna let Palantimos take the tower. They don't know where everyone else is on the side of Unique, so they're waiting patiently. The jump forward immediately. They do spot out this Wind Ranger, so they're gonna try to burst her down as the BKBs. Look at this gang train going on. As Always Want to Fly. Does fall in the back lines. V2 finally fighting this kill. Iceberg just have to be a little bit careful here. He's pretty fast, pretty tanky, as they'll jump right back in again. They'll get the kill on Slayer.
Not bad. All right, he got his BKB off in time, but
they're hoping they can grab. They have vision. And dagger. Oh, Bignum again has a Lotus Orb completed. Iceberg just can't exactly hit him though.
Yeah, and he changed up his neutral creep. He got the pack leader's aura, 30% damage bonus. It's amazing with PA, obviously. It makes her crits harder and helps them deal with the Wind Ranger, even though she's BKB'd. So they're able to kill her with physical damage, even though she popped BKB in time for the Doom. But so yeah, a little bit better for Navi, I suppose, but it feels like Unique's been getting more out of the map, so still about even. Everything's fine.
Unique going right back over, checking the Roche. They see it's back up. Would not be surprised. Yeah, Bignum's already starting it up, but Ghost Stick is forced to Burrow Strike away. They've got the Lotus on him.
Good timing for that. Yeah, if they can Lotus Reflect Doom, it would change the team fights a lot for sure. Ooh.
Immediately getting jumped on here by Palantimos, but the Enchantress on the back lines. Oh. Tossing out the spears. It's still going to be Palantimos who gets the kill, though. So without Ramses being alive, right back into the pit, I think, is the play
He's felt a little squishy. I mean, the Vanguard is decent, but at this point, it's not feeling so good. And they should get Roche out of this. It's an Axe Shard. Who will it go to? Honestly, I'm really not sure.
I mean, the obvious choice is the Wraith King, right?
No, it's not, because it gives you, lets you respawn with no mana on your ulti, but there's no mana drain on the enemy team.
That's true.
And you spawn some skeletons, but it's basically, that part is worthless. They give it to Wind Ranger instead.
Global power shot.
Nobody's ever bought this because it's not good, but like if you look at the team on Unique, they are legit like very few good shards. So it's kind of cool. Like you can scout with it, and it kind of functions like Ice Blast. You can kill people before they're dead if they're below 13%. And it lowers the power shot cooldown too, which is kind of cool. But it's not something you should ever buy. But for free, hell yeah, let's see it.
I want some 360 no scope action here. Show me, FN.
I'm really curious to see how often he uses it for scouting, because vision is so big in pro games. So that's like one aspect of it that'll be really useful. Ooh, Slayer does break smoke. Just keeps flying.
I feel like it could be a very big disadvantage, I guess, as well. I guess not.
Because then you know where he's standing or something. Oh,
yeah, but if you're so far that, yeah.
Oh, get shot. Which is actually kind of good. They know where PA is now. Like, legitimately, that was okay. He's like nuking from creep waves to like jungle camps, and there's an okay chance that somebody is hitting creeps there. So here he does it again. He's power shot in the top lane. Here it comes. It missed. It was less cool than I thought it would be.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of scouting though. Just tossing it out, being able to clear off some of the creeps if they low enough. Yeah.
Oh, it only hits heroes beyond the default.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
so you
true.
can't split push with it. Okay. But you
But
can
imagine
hit
if you
heroes.
could though.
It would be way too
broken.
good.
Super
Then
broken.
It'd be broken, yeah.
Ooh, that's a
550
big
damage
crit on
global,
Palantimos. Yikes.
Feel like a busted Clockwork Rocket, like super busted.
All right, pressure on the mid tower right now. Ramsey's very forward. They've got the Inkswell. They've got the Dark Portrait of the looks like it's completed, so Palantimos will go down one time. Coming right back up again. They've got this BKB over on FN. They drop the Chaotic Offering. So they're just trying to push them back. FN, though, perhaps he's gone a bit too far here as he's just running circles. He wants to finish off Iceberg, and he will be able to do it, but the dagger comes in. They'll find the kill. Snapfire Kisses just trying to make a little buffer space. So again, we'll come right back up. And they do manage to pick up the gem here over on the side of Navi, but
it looks so good for Navi. Like, the Dark Portrait was really effective, especially with the armlet on Wraith King and the SNY. He just got ran down. That was his first life. That gave them an option potentially to like doom Wraith King afterwards, but instead they go for Wind Ranger. It gets reflected, and as a result, a good fight for Unique. 3K gold advantage now. Things are looking good.
can see that fight playing out again here. Palantimos very far forward, and the Dark Portrait does get made.
Thanks, well, lots of damage. Yeah, they clean him up fast, but let's watch for the Doom here. He pops BKB, he goes to Doom. Gets reflected.
Then he can't do anything. FN's just running him around in circles.
Really nice fight from them.
Got the Dark Portrait.
Oh, watch out. This is the most creepy Dark Portrait you've ever seen.
I don't think that's the creepiest. I'm sure there's got to be creepier.
It's like one of those, like, it's like a small animal that's like possessed, you know? It's like that creepy. It's like you think it's gonna be cute, but it's not.
Oh, okay, yeah, I could see that.
It's that kind of creepy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Small child possessed by the devil, that kind of thing.
I'm not sure if Enchantress gives me small child vibes, but
That was, you know, teddy
Similar.
bear that's evil. The doll,
she
Chucky,
is pretty
etc.
crazy. Like her voice lines are actually like, what is it? The overly attached girlfriend meme.
I thought you were gonna say like crazy cat lady, but for all animals, because she has no friends but animals.
Okay, first of all, I'm a crazy cat lady. Thanks,
Is that too
Purge.
close to home? Sorry
It's
about
way
that.
too close to home. Why you gotta do this to me? Side and Navi, they have made their way to the bottom half of the map. There is no one home though, so they're just gonna try to farm up safely, go take down one of the Hellbear Smashers. Not the team or the players, but of course the actual creature. And Ramses does go top here. They are smoked up. They're paying attention to notice that there is a firestorm, but they're split. They're split. Roger and Always Want to Fly immediately gets spotted here. As you can see, Palatine was just running down Roger. Wants to get rid of him. Already has that Dark Portrait up, so to get stunned. Looks like Roger is going to be able to run out. Although V-Tune falling on the back lines. It's a good Pit of Malice over on the side. Will slow them down a little bit, but Always Want to Fly also will fall. They've got the Dark Portrait trying to chase down Bignum, but doesn't quite do enough here.
The Dark Portrait's really annoying, actually, for them to deal with. It gives a lot more team fight potential for Navi, because it's just so low cost, right? 35-second cooldown. It creates a way for them to deal damage without committing their heroes. It's actually pretty smart, this game. I like it a lot from Roger.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Made all their poking just so much easier, because normally they're so cooldown reliant, right? Like Doom is a really long cooldown. PA has to press BKB to feel confident fighting, but with Dark Portrait they just like make this strong thing. They get vision, they get ink swelling aggressively, but they don't have to worry as much about that initiation moment.
Look at him just getting chased down by his own portrait.
And now there's a Radiance burn, which is giving mischance, and an AC aura that they're going to get on the Navi side as well. So it's doing a lot of good stuff here.
Lincoln Sphere completed now for Wind Ranger. It's going to be able to have even more survivability now as we've got Lincolns and the BKB. So be hard for them to pin down FN.
Yeah, he needed that pretty bad. This could force Doom, who doesn't have an item that can break Lincoln's, to change up his neutral item. I don't think he's going to want to do that, but it's basically just going to make it a lot harder for him to Doom Wind Ranger in every fight.
They've got Atos on the Underlord at the very least. Like, you've got a couple little spells, but you've got to be very in tune with wanting to set this up properly.
The best is probably Stifling Dagger. Pretty low committal. Throw that out, yeah. They've got Orbit Destruction too, by the way.
Beelining onto V-Tune in a lot of these fights. That power shot sliding by. The dagger gets tossed. Call up with the Atos. Unique though, smoked up. Can try to wrap around. They know exactly where Navi is. Timos is going to be able to toggle away. And the play is coming. Drop a ward.
Jeez, they're going in.
Yeah, they'll find themselves Ramses. And immediately just dish out the damage. The Soulbind does come out, but Ramses is already gone here as FN with that BKB just blows up Roger. Still sees Iceberg over here. That Inkswell not going to do anything when you've got the BKB up, but over on the back lines, Always Want to Fly will fall.
It just feels so hard for Navi to commit to these things. Like, they did a bunch of damage to the Wraith King, but realistically, he could have gone in even without Cheese there. But his net worth is just getting out of hand completely. V-Tune hasn't felt super comfortable hard committing to fights. He died in the previous engagement. Doom was still on cooldown for about 10 seconds there, and it's basically just Navi not understanding their strength there. They weren't ready to fight, and they got gone on.
Just so difficult for Navi to step outside the base, and you can see that they were trying to do some mirroring, trying to go into the bottom. I think them should be fine here.
Not able to get him.
Those spirits flying across the map. Come back.
Almost got bashed. It was a chance. Here's that fight once again. They luckily killed the Dark Portrait pretty early. That was a really big deal. This allows them to chase. Ramses definitely overstayed here. Didn't pop his Lotus Orb, didn't see the Sand King coming because the trees were in the way. Then just gets chain bursted. Too much physical damage. Easily cleaned up. Wind Ranger hits the back line. Focus fires Roger. There's still no Doom for like 5 seconds there, so almost able to clean up Doom, but didn't attack him in time. He gets the blink out and then just easy support cleanup. So 7k gold advantage now for Unique. They've got the solutions against Doom. He doesn't feel as good.
They're super dead here.
He looked okay for a second there, but
yeah.
then the crit.
Look at Iceberg. He immediately tries to turn around. They have so much damage. The BKB comes out as V2, jumping over onto Bignum. Needs to turn around and group up with the rest of his team. The Dark Portrait, though, coming in handy again a little bit here.
Doing a great job cleaning it up. Palantimos knows he has to kill that. It's a huge threat to either him or other people, but it's not quite enough damage to burn the reincarnation.
Nah, no global power shot over here.
Oh, he was low.
Yeah, he was low. Ooh, imagine, that would have been sick.
This is like honestly one of those situations where you maybe just didn't think about it, because like I doubt he ever buys this. Getting it for free because he happened to be the best hero in the game for it, which is difficult to say, but yeah. It's just one of those things. You're not thinking about how low he was. You don't shoot the fountain like an A would, for example.
He's gonna go back. He's gonna watch that replay and be like, oh my god, he's right underneath.
Lost my opportunity.
Yeah. But there's the pit.
Ags, blessing. They're running in.
Getting popped.
Oh. If he got stunned there, it was a big deal. He would have had to pop BKB probably. He didn't know where the enemy lineup was, but if they were behind him, he almost surely would have had to pop BKB. Then taking Roche is harder. Instead, they get out of it scot-free. Trying to keep Ramses in the front to use Lotus Orb to reflect some initiations. So they're going to pop smoke, though. Here they go. BKB is ready on Doom. He's got Doom itself. Slayer probably going to get picked up here. He'll show on the wave right now.
Yeah, look at the way they just immediately turn back around. Start winding up with the Stroke of Fate. Not going to be able to quite connect, but they have plenty of other means of murdering him. So it's a dead Slayer.
So fast. He does buy out his eggs, though.
A little bit of scouting. He's in the power shot again.
Fresh BKB on Wraith King too.
All right, there's the jump forward from Ghost Stick. Follow up with a very nice Chaotic Offering, but the BKB has already been popped. So we're going to end up losing Iceberg almost immediately. Ramses is taking down FN, trying to run for his life as well. So he gets chased down by V-Tune. Fen will fall. They'll find the kill and always want to fly. Always want to fly. Buying back. Wants to be a part of this again as Ghost Stick. Look at this damage coming out. They'll take down Roger, and now V-Tune, he's left all alone. He's got to get out there fast, and if he cannot do it, that is another kill here for Palantimos.
Finally gets a hit in. Luckily, the crit doesn't trigger until you get that connect, and he's able to get him. Rough one for the PA, but I mean, he kills the Wind Ranger, but all the buybacks on everybody's going to make this harder.
Look at the way they're just invading the jungle. Well. They're hoping they can find someone.
It just feels bad to buy back. Like, they already bought back a lot of their heroes because they're like, okay, well, this is Roche. Like, this is a really big deal. But when PA dies as well, like, they don't have the best cooldowns. They lost Golem. They didn't use Doom itself, so like they can still fight, I guess, but it's a bad place to be.
Yeah, look how fast. Free Ags.
All right, they do it for Wraith King. It's another great Ags.
I guess I can get faster.
Wind Ranger's Ags would have been okay. It's not that great on Sand King. But yeah, if somebody gets bursted down at the start of the fight, they get a couple extra seconds to throw their cooldowns out. They can be really good for heroes like Snapfire, Sand King. Not Enchantress, she's okay, throw a couple nukes, but... And now they're going high ground. More net worth on Wraith King. Look at this net worth advantage. It's insane. He looks like an alchemist right now.
He's massive, for sure.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They'll back off for the moment. We'll have V-Tune respawning in about 7 seconds. 20k net worth lead, though, right now.
Palantimos has just done such a good job this game. I'm really impressed. Like, his laning stage was a bit iffy, got his Radiance at an okay timing, but he's just been confidently running at his opponents. Like, the only hero he doesn't want to hit is PA, basically. He doesn't have True Strike. He doesn't care about it, which is kind of interesting. He's queuing up a Refresher Orb. We'll see. It's a cool idea. It's kind of sick what it can do. Because, like, if your Reincarnation is on cooldown and your Ags procs, you can refresh Reincarnation before you die, and then you don't actually die. It's cool. So, like, he's thinking about it because, like, with a 40-second Reincarnation cooldown, he can actually just die like almost 4. He can basically die like 4 times in a team fight or something like that. Something insane. If he balances it right.
It's an extreme insurance plan there for Palantimos.
And he did it. He bought the damn thing. I can't wait to see this.
Let's go.
Launch him in.
There he is. Hello, always wanna fly. Goodbye, always wanna fly.
Did they even have vision? I don't even know how they saw that guy. They didn't even have this clipboard or anything. Launch him in. I was a little unsure about the Ag Spy on Snapfire. I was like, is this really the thing to do? But when your carry is this farmed, hell yeah, throw him in.
Just chuck Palantimos in. He's got the lives. Homeboy hasn't died. He's only died once this entire time here. So all of Na'Vi trying to find a way to just push him out. They've got the Lotus Orb. And they've got the Dark Portrait, but immediately going to clean that up. Another Lotus getting tossed out. All right, that is his first life. Coming back up again.
He doesn't have his Refresh Orb, and that's maybe the weirdest thing about the buy. It's like, he's like actually out of item slots already. It's insane. He did buy a lot of like medium tier item cost things. Sanjasha, BKB, Armlet, all like pretty inexpensive, but it's bonkers how fast he is, or how farmed he is. It's crazy. Leveler will help a lot though. 5 more armor, 50 attack speed, perfect item for him. Helps him hit buildings. I mean, they push him back, which will buy time for the Warlock to respawn, but things are still looking iffy.
And this time, you know, it's the other way around. It feels like Na'Vi cannot leave their base at all. The second that they do, you've got Palantimos flying at your face, courtesy of Snapfire Airlines.
It's so hard to play against a Wraith King in this position when he has this much net worth disparity. It's crazy. Like, you can't doom him, first of all, because he has his ulti, but it's just even worse because of the fact that he has all this net worth advantage. So, like, winning a team fight is possible, but really hard. They need to break Linken's on Wind Ranger, they need to doom Wind Ranger, and they need to, like, Mega Kite Wraith King with Underlord Pit of Malice. That's, like, the only way.
Well, they're in the base right now. Jump forward again from Iceberg. They follow up with the Lotus. Bounce right back again. It's rooted into place, but he does have the reincarnation back up. He's just going to stroll away. Nice little cookie. Allow him to put some pep in his step and hop out of that base.
Infernal Blade's pretty good too. They have a lot of percentage-based damage against him. Like, especially if they like Fatal Bond him with the rest of his team, it could be really good, but net worth is just so crazy. The Dark Portraits are getting cleaned up pretty quickly now. He knows to target them instantly. Got a Ninja Gear just sitting here. Doesn't even want it.
Team, please pick this up. I am the king. I do not clean up after myself, says Palantimos. Ghost Stick, you there, boy. Pick it up. All right. It's going to be F if he picks it up.
It's a good idea.
They just
he
keep
gets it smoked
sieging.
on the back line.
Look at this. All right, they did get a nice bash off, but they don't have to commit hard. Like, okay, Snapfire Kisses getting launched out here. No always want to fly. Gets chased down by FN. Ramsey's also forced to run out. So they have the BKB, that is the life getting taken out, and then the Aegis will pop. Ghost Stick, though, getting right back up again thanks to the cheese. FN popping the BKB is just going to run, and unfortunately, Palantimos, he went a little far here, I think. But look at Bignum being a bro. He's got those healing sprites. Puts Palantimos right back up again, still holding on to that refresher. He's going to have the reincarnation up in about 16 seconds again.
Take another range barracks or
Bounce
something?
right
What's
back
going on?
again. Power shot.
It's a little easier to play the mid lane, I guess, but this is, oh man, the way they did that fight was crazy. They just had everybody on Unique really far back, Wraith King hitting buildings, and then they just launched in their Wind Ranger. He gets a solo kill on the Warlock. It was really well done.
Palantimos can't decide which building he wants to hit right now, though. He does need those creeps. Lotus Orb restunning right back in again. And there's a jump forward, the refresher coming out. They managed to go, they finally doom up, but Bignum now running away. Palantimos, he's got the BKB. Bignum getting chipped down here by V2, and the follow-up here by Ghost Stick. Ramses will fall. And the chase is on. Can they take down V2? Yes, they can. No buyback on the PA. Bignum next to fall. Iceberg also falling during all of this. Always want to fly. He saw that jump. He's like, maybe? No, my friend. You want to run away. More buybacks coming out, though. V2, and he's got it this time. And look at this. Palantimos against the world. He still has the reincarnation up, as well as that launch out. Always want to fly is going to fall. The slow here. V2, Ghost Stick just a little bit too slow as he wants to go back in again. The bounce right back here with that dagger. Slayer off to the side, trying to apply that negative armor to the racks. Teemos buffed up. The rest of the team still waiting patiently behind. They don't have the doom. The Soulbind comes out, so they do have to group up together, and the Dark Portraits does a lot of damage. As now, Palantimos, Silence fighting himself. He's going to get turned into that Wraith form.
All right, there's a refresher.
There it is. Speedtunes chasing after him here. Popping back up the buyback now from Bignum. Palantimos, he's got the BKB. He's going to try to fight here, and they don't have the protection now for V2. V2 just manages to just at the last second.
They got him.
They go right back in.
Oh no,
V2 needs to be careful. They didn't get too greedy. Look at this. The case is on. Don't quite have it. Jumping right back in. But there it is. No. There's the dead PA Slayer. The tips come out to Slayer for finally slaying the PA.
All right, but check this. They haven't got a melee barracks yet, and V2 just got 1,300 gold for the kill on Palantimos. He finally used this refresher orb, like so late after the fact. I gotta say, was this worth it? No, this was not. It was a cool idea for 5,000 gold, but it was not useful there. It's like by the time you die 3 times, your team's dead, you know? I can't help but think that it just would have been better if he sold like Armlet, got an MKB, or bought Moonshard instead. That would have helped with some building slapping, but let's watch that again. Great link here. Double Dark Portrait keeps them trapped together. Wraith King can't go slap. Sand King can't burrow strike. This gives him a good initiation. And he's still silenced afterwards from the Phantom's Embrace, which limits him a lot. So really nice grab there from Roger.
This was when it starts to look scary here. Those Mortimer kisses almost finishing V2. He blinks off to the side to Ramses and then just goes right back in again. I thought they were going to punish him. Like, look at this. How is he allowed to just do that? But of course, he gets greedy. He goes back in again. He wants Slayer. He can't quite get it.
It looks like Slayer ate something with Gobble Up, shot the ground, and then got him a Scatter Blast. That's how he was able to get that kill. That was pretty big.
The tips came out in mass for the support there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was a big kill for sure. How much gold did he get for it? 538 for Slayer. Good for him. He's pretty farm now. He's got a Ghost Scepter in addition to his Ag Solar Crest, so he's having a great time for sure.
And it
Good
seems
game
so
on him.
patient the way that they kept, you know, kind of walking into the base. Wraith King would have to like just walk back out. Does have the reincarnation if necessary, and it just felt like perhaps they pushed the envelope a little too hard, or.
It does seem peculiar. I'm very surprised they didn't get more buildings, but I mean, they have ways to delay it, right? Pit of Malice and Firestorm is pretty threatening. You can lower his health a lot. They can keep him slowed pretty often. They hit him with Inferno Blades, which forces a Lotus Orb. Then when Lotus is gone, then he feels a little bit scared to stay around because he's a little bit more able to be bursted down. So,
But they couldn't
I think
hard commit for like the longest time. It was a lot of, you know, just duck in, duck out, just rinse and repeat. Not the most exciting
It was,
Dota,
yeah.
obviously, but it was working for them.
it was. They're hitting buildings. The creep waves got cut. I didn't check to see. I didn't catch who cut those. But that was a big deal as well. Yeah, getting backdoor protection. Just everything got slowed down.
All right, well, Wraith King will respawn in about 20 seconds, but the PA is still down for 40-something. BKB is getting bought. MKB, though, that's the big item here.
Yep.
They did end up burning the Aegis during that fight, so I think perhaps Unique might want to sit back a little bit now and wait for the next Roche before their next jump, unless they can get a really good pick off, right?
Yeah, exactly. Roche would help, I guess. Aegis on Wraith King is not needed, but slap it onto Wind Ranger and you'll be pretty happy. But now that he's got MKB, basically, he'll be able to actually target the PA. Once PA uses BKB, she's pretty much not dying to Wraith King. Wraith King is going to be missing a lot of the time. So, but with MKB now, PA's got to be super careful to not get bursted down. Gives Palantimos more targets, basically.
Smoke play coming out from Na'Vi. Looking to regain some control, possibly punish anyone who's out of position. But Unique playing very tightly. This is their big... Oh, smoke on smoke action here. Ramses, Palantimos will run into each other. It's gobbled up. The toss in here. Immediately gonna land over on V2. What? They find him. Can they get him in time? Can they just blow him up? Yes, they can. V2, he's out of the picture for 100 seconds. The soul bind over on the backlines. They've already managed to go and drop that chaotic offering. Silence over here on Ghost Stick. He's gonna try to just chase down. They have the Doom down though. They want to get rid of this pesky Sand King as he's muted up, but everyone's trying to get into the car. Are they gonna be able to do it? Yes, they take them out. What a shot coming out from Slayer.
That was insane. I cannot believe that he was able to hit him. I had to check for like vision. I was like, how the hell did he nail him with that? But getting him with that first stun, gives him the second stun, gives him the third stun, blows up V2 before V2 gets to do anything. Look at this.
Pew.
Just like, I don't even, like he was sitting so far back. And he's freaking invisible, legitimately blurred. He had like no idea where he was.
Palantimos looked like he was like, holy cow, I can't believe I just found you. What is it, though?
He was like, what a terrible shot. There's nobody here. Wait, oh.
I didn't see you there.
Dude, that was insane. What a spit out by Snapfire. It couldn't have been more perfect.
FN now has himself Aegis of the Immortal, and the push is on. There's still no PA for about 30 seconds here. Catic offering not available either. In place. Seemed like they care too much. Lotus being placed over to Palantine. The toss in, though, here of FN. He is fearless. He has immortality, and he's killed himself, Roger. So they clean up the Dark Portrait on the back end. He's going to buy back. FN, though, plinking away. The cookie hop forward. Can they finish off here over on this Warlock? It looks like they should be able to. Always want to fly. Will fall as the chase is on. The Snapfire Kiss is getting tossed up with a beautiful shackle. Can they burst down Ramses? It's looking pretty damn good. And now they finally do manage to get the Doom off over on this Wind Ranger, but she's coming right back up again.
That's just the first
B-Tune is
one.
alive, though. Can he make something happen?
Dire's bottom barracks.
Definitely want to aim for the Wind Ranger if possible, but it's dangerous right now.
It is indeed. The fortification coming out on the side of Na'Vi. Etienne jumping forward over onto Bignum, hoping for some big crits. This got that BKB, should be able to take down the Enchantress slowly but surely as the toss
Good
comes
sir.
in. FN over on the back lines. Roger, he's died back. Ghostic channeling up the epicenter. They want to take out B-Tune. They don't want him here anymore. Bignum does fall, but the chase is on, and this should be
Very
a dead PA. Down again for 100 seconds. The buildings are falling. Unique is just running all over this base now.
All right, now they got him finally.
There's the GG.
Wow.